So now that I'm cutting, I'm gonna start tanning too. So my second tanning session me and Dan did, and this place is pretty cool that we go to. So the way it works is like $7.50 per session, but you get to sit in a it's like one of those electric massage chairs while you wait, and there's only one tanning booth. It's a stand-up one, and then when you're done you get a free complimentary like neck back massage. So it's not a bad deal. It's not as strong as some of the ones I've gotten in the past. So typically, like, I'll go to a new place and I'll burn in 6 minutes. This one I can go in 15 minutes, nothing. So I'm trying to get like a little bit of a base tan, some sort of contrast to show off some of the definition once I start getting a little bit leaner. I'm gonna get a haircut here on post now. The only thing you need to worry about getting a haircut on military installation is no matter what you tell them, sometimes they will give you the same haircut no matter what. And it's a high and tight. I don't want a high and tight. I want to leave the top go as long as possible. I'm probably gonna grow it out until it's much longer than this and just trim the sides here once in a while. Kind of reminds me of probably the most embarrassing story of my life. I don't know if I ever told it in the channel before, but when I was back in Georgia, I went to get a haircut after working out at the gym this one day. And, you know, I was like overheated, took a pre-workout, I had like a leg workout or something. And the girl that was there to cut my hair was extremely good looking. And she was the only one there. I was the only one there. It was later. And I think it was like summertime, extremely hot out. So I sit down and it was like 100 degrees in this place, and I start sweating a little bit, and I start thinking, man, I hope she doesn't realize that I'm sweating. It'd be like the most embarrassing thing if she knew I was sweating while she's cutting my hair. And then she says something, she's like, oh, you must be extremely hot, you're sweating. And she was really good looking, so I started getting really nervous, and then it just started downpouring, dripping sweat like coming off my nose, and she's like having to wipe sweat off my face as she's cutting my hair. Most embarrassing moment of my life, I would say. So in the last video, I brought up all these projects I'm currently working on. One that I will kind of give you a little insight on right now is a nationwide athlete search. This is something we want to do to kind of reward athletes that are well deserving of a sponsorship, as well as help build brand awareness and buzz behind our brand, Bare Performance Nutrition. So that's something I'm currently working on wrapping up, so that should be released here shortly. So you guys can enter, try to become the next Bare Performance Nutrition sponsored athlete. So details will be coming very soon. So I'm going to hit 1 scoop of Flight and do a chest and tricep workout. So a post-workout meal example, this is just 2 whole wheat tortillas, 2 cans of tuna mixed with 3/4 cup of fat-free refried beans. And then just to make it a little more aesthetic, I have some romaine lettuce on the side, some salsa, and then 1 serving of mozzarella cheese. So half serving of cheese on each. Can't tell you really how it tastes right now just because I think I have allergies here in Korea. March is like the time frame when most people start experiencing that. It's called like the Asian dust. It comes down from China. It's just like an itchy throat and a little congested. So a lot of people are experiencing right now. Don't think I'm sick. I think it's just allergies.
Yeah, so the plan is I'm graduating in 5 weeks. After that, I got a job lined up for my internship. And then the plan after the summer and into the fall is to move down to Austin, start Bear Performance Gym, and then continue with the supplement line. But right now, starting my YouTube channel. My brother got me this camera for Christmas. Sent me the mic the other day. Just got the tripod today, so got all my stuff. I've been practicing shooting, so about to come out with a video early this week or maybe that next week at the latest.
So if you'd be kind enough to do so, please go check out my brother's channel. It'll be in the description box below. Go subscribe. He doesn't have any videos yet, but he will soon. I kind of reached out to him and asked him to start a channel. It was something he always wanted to do. And that's kind of one of the reasons we're doing this sponsored athlete search right now too, is because we want to build more brand awareness. We want Bear Performance Nutrition to be more of a common name, and word of mouth to spread more dramatically across the United States and reach the coast as well as internationally as well. And it's kind of funny because a lot of people back home where he's from and where I grew up, they know he has this really good job lined up, and it's a very good job, and it's secure. It has a good paycheck coming in. But I asked him to move to Texas with me to start the gym and run everything, fully committed 100%. And he said yes. I mean, it took a little convincing to do so. But if I could work with anyone, it would be my brother, because I know that he wants to see it succeed as well, because he has everything. He has all his eggs in that basket. And so many people back home tried to talk him out of doing that. And they're like, yo, you have so much security. Don't take the risk. Don't, move down with your brother and start from scratch for something that might lose all your money. But in the end, the most successful people, the people that have achieved the most in this world, took huge risks, calculated risk. Obviously, that's why I'm doing the business plan. That's why I'm doing all the analysis of cost and demographics and location. But calculated risk can be a very low risk in the end. There's always going to be risk. But I kind of want to say thank you to my brother right here for helping me out with all this. So, another day at work. It's going to be really weird when I'm not in the Army anymore. It's just, at this point, it's really all I know. After college, at least. This is how I spent my first 2 hours a day at work, doing Seaburn training. So it's just practice stuff training, but you wear the mask, we were like the top, the bottom, the boots. When we were at NTC, we were in California this past October, November. We did like a few training missions and stuff for hours in like 90-degree weather, and like our boots, like used to wear these rubber over boots. Our rubber over boots, just dripping. You could just pour water on them and sweat. You can see why it makes it so hard to operate in this stuff, because you can barely hear people, and you can't tell who's who. Everyone looks the same. So like we wore this stuff while we were doing maintenance on our vehicles today. We've done it for like the past 3 weeks. It's a shit show. So today's my off day of training, but I still take Intraflight and 1 serving of creatine in between 2 of my meals. A lot of you guys have been asking when the creatine's coming back on the site, because right now we're sold out. Reason we're sold out, and it should be back in about 2 weeks, is because we changed the formula, or not the formula, but the sourcing of it. So now we're going to be using CreaPure, which is a trademarked ingredient. Price will stay the same amount of servings, 60 servings per container, $12.99 on the site. But we wanted to switch the label for one to match the others, and to use CreaPure in this one. So even though it's my off day, I'm still going to go to the gym, hit abs this evening. On days where I don't go to the gym, I actually feel more tired, like more fatigued at the end of the day than if I went to the gym, got like a solid workout in. I mean, this morning we did a 5-mile run for PT. So that would be my cardio. So I don't have to do cardio on my own. But I just feel better at the end of the day if I get like a really good, strong resistance training workout in. So in the last week and a half of dieting, I'm down to, this morning was my first morning weigh-in. I was 222 pounds. Hey. Yeah. No, I don't need a cab ride. I'm good. Appreciate it, sir. These cab drivers just drive all over the post asking people if they want cab rides all the time. But I'm down to 222 this morning. So when I said I started my cut, I was at 230 roughly. But that was weighing in at the end of the night. At the the gym here on post, so it's a little different scales, different timing during the day. I've lost a few pounds in the past week and a half, but I'm definitely tightening up. I haven't changed much other than macros. I'm in a 500 calorie deficit and then training abs every other day. So that's the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. Onward with the cut. I'll talk to you guys in that next video. I'll actually be really surprised if I don't get in trouble for filming on post within like the next 7 months. I'll be surprised.